What's up, guys? Welcome back to Max TV. I'm Max, and today I'm breaking down the Avengers Doomsday trailer that came out today. Okay, so first things first, the first thing we see is that the X-Mansion looks to be destroyed, and we see Charles Xavier looking out the window, where there are two worlds colliding, the same as like the ending of Secret Wars. So either that world's being torn apart or it's being collided, but I'm guessing he's either having a nightmare or something, or that's actually happening at the end of the movie. That's my guess. It could be like a vision though of what's going to happen and he alerts everyone or something like that. And then later on in the trailer, we see the Avengers and the Fantastic Four with Thor getting together after the Thunderbolts end credit scene. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out now. And then we see Shuri trying to convince Namor to fight with the Avengers and Fantastic Four. And then later on, we see the X-Men versus the Avengers and the Fantastic Four in the X-Mansion, which is honestly such a sick fight. I've got to be honest, I want them to work together, but it's just like you've got a bunch of kids grabbing like two toys and then just playing around to fight with each other. Like, I'm just so excited. I've waited for days like this, bro. I'm actually so excited. Then we see, which is something I'm very concerned and asking for questions about, is we see a shot of Loki in what looks to be an old house, and I'm guessing that he's gone to see Steve Rogers and he's got this like key card thing. But I'm guessing he's gone there and just said, hey, call me if you need. And Doom's gone to Steve's universe because he must have sent an incursion that has killed his wife and son. That's my guess. And then he gets somehow, I don't know how, but somehow transported to the Fantastic Four universe. I'll get back to that in a moment. Then we also see that Herbie has a new design, and I think it looks amazing, honestly. It looks great. Then we get a really sad shot, which I think I know what this is. We see Johnny Storm and Franklin hugging. I think the worlds are about to collide, and this is the end of the movie. Because we all know that straight after this, there's Secret Wars, and then suddenly they all forget, but some might know. Like, some may know, and then everyone else will forget. Everyone. If you haven't read the Secret Wars comics, give me a second. Okay, so if you haven't already, go check out the Secret Wars comics, or just look it up on YouTube and look for a video or something. But that basically explains everything that's going to happen at the end of the movie. But what we see is basically, essentially, they're either going to die or they're going to forget. That's my guess, which I'll explain how I think the ending is going to go in a second. But for now, we also see a few second shot of Cyclops. We've also got the Sentinels behind him that are walking around, basically destroying the X-Mansion, which I'm guessing is controlled by Doom. I'm guessing they've already fought the Sentinels and then he's just brought them back to life. Then we see Thor doing the same strike that he did on Thanos, but then RDJ's Doom stops it with two things, which just scared the living daylights out of me. Then we see that at the end of it, Thor goes, we need a miracle, and then we see Steve Rogers, Captain America. He doesn't have a uniform on, he's got the same kind of beard and look-alike that he did in Infinity War. Thor goes, it's not possible, and he tests it with the hammer. And basically, they reunite. I think Captain America was on the ship with the Fantastic Four, and then Thor met them, and then brought them to the Avengers. That's my guess. But I'm really excited to see what you guys think of that. And then back to the ending. This is my theory of how the ending will go. So, how I think the ending will go is Doom will come into the TVA, yes, the TVA, take out literally anything that's in his way, and he will find the chair. Maybe Loki's there, maybe he's not there, but he literally just rips it apart and puts it back together like Loki did. So yeah, he's probably going to come in, take over it, pull all these timelines together as one, like it was in Loki Season 1, I'm guessing, and then just straight away just put all these worlds together to make one world under Doom. That's just me, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any thoughts on what you think is going to happen, please just let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen in the movie. But for now, catch you guys later. See you next time. Bye.